Have you ever went on a trip that changed your life? I have. In 2017, I went on a trip to Karimun Jawa. It was a beautiful place there. I got to see many corals, fishes, and I just love how the clownfish and the anemone have a mutual relationship. You can see there in my photo, a clownfish and an anemone close together. Now, when I was looking at them, I was like, oh wow, they're close together. I think the clownfish is just using it as a home. But later I found out they have a mutual relationship. The meaning of that is when two species of a different animal need each other to survive. So the clownfish needs the anemone for shelter and the anemone needs the clownfish for food. Now, in this photo, I got to swim with little sharks, which is terrifying on one hand but amazing on the other. Now, after that trip, I wanted to know more about coral reefs. So when I got home, I went on the internet and searched for some coral reef facts. And surprisingly, I found some. Now, first, corals are not plants. They're animals that live inside hard exoskeletons that they build. For those of you who don't know what an exoskeleton is, it's like a little plate of armor for animals, like crabs and lobsters. Those animals also have exoskeletons. Now, the one thing that surprised me the most is that some of these corals even outlived dinosaurs. Isn't that crazy? Scientists discovered this by comparing genomes to calculate the age. That's amazing, right? But one of the facts said that coral reefs are the most biodiverse area in the ocean. The meaning of biodiverse is the most place that has the most creatures, the most types of creatures in it. Now, that's amazing, right? But upon researching those facts, I found some sad facts as well. I found out that they're dying, like the Great Barrier Reef. 90% of it is bleached. Now, the meaning of bleached is when a coral gets irritated, it releases its algae which help it survive and give it color. So the coral turns white and eventually, if the algae doesn't return, it'll die. Now, some of you are like, well, I don't live near an ocean, so what will it affect me? So you might be thinking that because I haven't told you the importance. So here they are. First, corals provide protection from waves, canceling out 95% of the wave's original strength. Now, if we were to build a wall to do the same exact purpose, it would take a lot of time and money. Another important part of coral reefs is, in their ecosystems, we can find way more medicine in their ecosystems than our land-based ones. But the most important thing is that they are a keystone species. The meaning of that is when one species holds an entire ecosystem together. Isn't that crazy? Corals hold the entire marine ecosystem together. Now, since the ocean is 70% of the Earth's oxygen producer, try hold your breath for 3 minutes. Most of you can't do it, right? Well, that's because we need oxygen to survive. And when the corals go extinct, there will be a massive collapse in the ocean, disturbing it and making oxygen. Now, imagine if our oxygen supply was disturbed. That would affect every living thing on Earth. That's bad, right? It's very bad. Now, I told you that they're dying, but I haven't told you why they're dying. And I have some reasons right here. First, we throw away tons of trash into the ocean every year, damaging the reefs, like plastic, metal, or rubber. Second, fishermen use bombs to scare fish out of their hiding spots. And those bombs damage the reef when they explode. Obviously. But the main reason of their death is CO2. Since CO2 is a greenhouse gas, it traps heat into the atmosphere, rising the global temperature of the Earth. Now, since corals are a delicate creature, they need time to adapt. And when the ocean temperature rises, it's like a sun shock for them. And when they get shocked, they will bleach and die, just like I mentioned earlier. Now, luckily there are solutions, like switching to renewable energy like wind or solar, or use bikes or walk more often. Second is being responsible with our trash. We can use Singapore as an example. They burn their trash and put microfilters to catch the carbon atoms and let the oxygen atoms pass. We might not have their technology, but we can start by not throwing our trash anywhere we like. And my favorite solution is planting trees. And it's very simple. I'm planting avocado trees. You see in this picture, there's an avocado tree. That's mine. I'm growing this avocado tree to eat up carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. And it's very simple. You just take the avocado seed and put toothpicks in it, and then just dip it in a glass of water and wait for it to sprout leaves. After that, you can put it in the soil. Now, if you are impatient and just put it in the soil instantly, it won't grow. So we have to put it in a glass of water with toothpicks to hold it so it can grow. Those are the solutions we can do as common people. Here are the solutions for governments. First, educate kids about this since early ages to plant the seed of awareness and make them want to help out in saving these creatures. And second, they can support coral reef protection programs. And another way is recycling trash. Actually finding new ways to recycle trash. And another way is producing more renewable energy sources, like using more solar panels or wind farms than factories. So reduce the factory production and increase the renewable energy production like wind or solar. Now, we need to unite. Even though we don't have the same skin color, culture, religion, background, race, or anything that divides us, we still share the same earth. And this is our only earth. There's no other planet we can go to. This is the only earth we have. And look what we've done to it. We've killed their coral reefs, we're burning their forests. So we need to unite to save these corals. We can help. I heard a saying on the internet saying, a flap of a butterfly's wings can make a hurricane across the world. And that's true. Like if you do something small at first, it will have a big impact in the end. So please, I want you to walk away from this TED Talk and think of how you can help. I'm just a boy who loves coral reefs. But now I'm calling to the people to help save them. I'm Josh. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.